Hey guys, welcome back. And look at that. I'm quite pleased with this. It doesn't look so good when the jungle's behind it, but when you get a bit of clear sky behind it, I think that's coming along quite nicely. And we'll go over and look at that in a second. I'm just going to go grab some more leaves and stuff. Bit of a slightly different type of episode today, as I fairly much maybe put some glowstone in there, maybe not, as the last episode was something of a trial. Yeah, so I do like to change things around. There's Disco Sam going up into his lavery death. I like to change things around a little bit after a big build like that because it can take it out of you a little bit. Cool. Can make some item frames, although not sure what I'll use them on. Yeah, so I would say I've been busy, but actually this just happened, basically. I started placing a few blocks down, and next thing I knew, I've got this, which is I like. It's nothing like I thought I was going to build. I like these little balconies here. I'm not sure about these fences. They kind of stop you being able to look down. But yeah, with these cobblestone walls, which were very easy to place because they were placed in the 1.4.3 pre-release, which had a bug that you could jump over the cobble walls. And we are now in the 1.4.4 pre-release. I think what I might do is put that there. I think it will be more cool. I think it'll be cooler to have that there. That should melt. We should check some block light levels. What we got? 8 was somewhere in there. Yeah. Okay, we should be good. Could do with some brewing stands, really, couldn't we? Yeah, so I started placing blocks down, and next thing I knew, this is what I'd got. Need a stair over there. So yeah, I figure I ought to show you that. Yeah. Also, what I'm going to talk about while I'm doing other stuff, and I know this is a recipe for disaster, me asking myself to both do some stuff and talk about that stuff and talk about something else at the same time is just not going to end well. I've proven that before. Really? Maybe I don't. Have I got some in storage? Oh, let's pop over to the Nether. Yeah. So last night I had a crash, Minecraft crash, which was fun and interesting. So yeah, I was out, as I always am on a Wednesday, and I came back and I thought I'll just pop on and do some stuff. Just spend 5 or 10 minutes in the world, tidy some stuff up. Only the world disagreed. The world basically said no, and Minecraft crashed every time I tried to load this world, and it was fine. My goodness, is that louder again for some reason? That had gone very quiet in the last pre-release. yeah, every time I tried to load this world, Minecraft would crash. It would load any other world I had absolutely fine, but it refused to load this one, which was a bit of a worry. There we go, let's take a couple of those and let's see if we can pick up another skull. Was a little bit of a worry, to be honest, as you might well imagine. So I was on the forums reading about replacing your level.dat file with ones from either a fresh world or an old copy of your world, like from a backup, and that didn't seem to want to work at first. And about deleting the level.dat, so the level.dat.old file would take over, and that didn't work. I did eventually I managed to find a backup from about 8 days ago that, hey, that I could load, and when I put the level.dat from that backup, if you don't know, if you look in your application data folder, which can be accessed by typing %appdata% into your start menu search field, and then you go into the .minecraft folder and into the saves folder, and you've got a load of folders named after your worlds, and in each of those there is a level.dat and a level.dat_old, I think, and a session.lock file, and some folders that have the proper world files in. So what you can actually do is you can substitute the level.dat file with one in your broken world, with one that works, and that's great. You get to keep all your buildings. However, what it does is your inventory, all of the contents of your chests and the contents of your inventory are the ones from that level.dat. So the one I found that worked was from before we killed the Wither. So, in fact, it was just after we killed the Wither. So, although I had my beacon still built, I had the Wither star, because it was from the time between killing the Wither and beating the Nether star, from the time between killing the Wither and building the beacon, which was very cheaty. That's cool. I've never seen that. Looks like a lightsaber igniting. And I had I think it was before the backup, was also before I went on my mammoth mining mission, so I didn't have any of the blocks that I used to build the beacon, and basically my stuff was all over the place. Cobble. And yes, it got me back into the world, but it wasn't what I would have called a satisfactory solution. So I kept on looking. Now I found that the crashed world would open in 1.4.2. It was just in the pre-release that it wouldn't open in, which was strange. So what I found, and this is what fixed it for me, the reason I'm talking about it is, maybe this can help you guys if you're ever in a similar situation. What I did was I loaded the world up in 1.4.2, and then I emptied my inventory into a chest, because I figured it must be something to do with something either in my inventory or somewhere in my chests that was causing the problem. So I emptied my inventory, and then basically, for good measure, I threw myself off the top of the tower to kill myself. I wanted to make sure that new data got written into that level.lock. And then I saved, I repacked up the world, and hey presto, it then loaded in 1.3. So that was brilliant. I'm really happy with that. I was very lucky, very lucky, because ever since I started playing on snapshots, basically, I used to launch the program through a different program called Minecraft Backup Assistant, and what that does is, if you launched Minecraft through that, you basically, when you exit the game, it automatically backs up your world, which is very useful. But because I've been playing on snapshots, and also I'm working with some other guys on a project, which has required me to be on the main release as well, I've been using Magic Launcher to launch the game, which is very convenient. But it's meant that because I'm not actually using the backup assistant to I've not made enough of these, have I? Not been using the backup assistant to actually launch the game, then I've been forgetting to make backups myself manually. So I was very lucky. And the moral of this story is backups are good. Backups are very good. I was I would have been absolutely gutted to lose like a week's worth of work. Basically, I would have lost the potion lab, and I'm not sure I would have had the strength of will to actually rebuild that thing. That's enough. I honestly don't. So that was a good thing I managed to recover it. So yes, back up your world, guys. And I know better than this, because I work in IT. I work with computers in IT for a living, so I know how important backups are. Very vital. Here we go, magic floating block of water. That's better. Yeah, I like that. Let's see, maybe... Oh. Could do that. There we go. Maybe this. And we'll do can I get that? Yep. I don't know, that might be too much. Let's have a look. Oh, need more of those. I must remember to close these doors when I'm not any. Okay, so how about that? And that. And that. Perhaps. 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 Oh, that didn't work. There we go. What was I doing? What did I do over there? Oh yeah, I see, right. I've done that there. And that. No. It's always difficult to know when to stop with this sort of thing. I think. It's easy to get carried away. Yeah, and that, and that, and that. And that. I kind of like it hanging down slightly. Could do that. No. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's difficult to tell from over here. The jungle in the background really kind of detracts from it. That is going to have to get cleared out. It's always been the plan to clear it out. I've just not got anything to build there yet. Yeah, I think that we might be... Oh dear. Oh. I think we may be there on that. Although those... I know why. I see what I've not done. Done that over there. And over there. Okay, let's have a look at that. It gives it a wider, more canopied look, like the canopy of a... Oh, that's wrong. I actually wanted to get up there. Yeah. Yeah, it gives it a more substantial feel to it without it feeling fat. It actually looks a lot more like one of these jungle tree canopies. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Now, the other thing I was thinking, would it be better to do this. And that looks pretty good. I think we'll have to raise this. Kind of could do with raising this up a little bit so we were stood a little higher. Although I do like this interface here where it goes up half a block and then into the leaves. Plus, this is half slabs, so I don't have to worry about lighting it. Let's have a look how it looks. Yeah, I think that's much better actually. So we're going to do that. I've also got these little arches kind of supporting structures underneath there, which I think they work quite well. So I'll just rip those out. I'm just going to check how long I've been. I'm going to try and do this episode in one take so it's nice and easy. 22 minutes, eh? I have a timer because I am absolutely awful. Absolutely terrible at keeping track of these things. One of the reasons my videos are so heavily edited, like beyond, recording, stopping recording, doing some stuff and then recording again. It's got like fades and cuts and all of that stuff. And the main reason for that is because I seem to be incapable of keeping things in a reasonable time. I often end up with about an hour to an hour and a half's footage per episode, which I then have to edit down into a decent episode length. I've just had an idea. Could do with some more stone. What a shot, straight through. Some of that and some of that. I think what we could do here is do that and what's the light level on there? Oh yeah, easily high enough. So we can then and like that. Oh, we're intersecting a river biome there, and the leaves go all rubbish. What we could do is actually, at this point, let's see, pop those there. those there, those there, and a bit of this. Yeah. And then yep. Now I realise I've not actually left anywhere at all to label these. These buttons really need labelling in some way. I wonder if I can maybe stick signs on the... Can you stick a sign on... Let's try. That'd be cool if you... doubt you can, but let's see if you can. And perhaps maybe try an item frame as well, although I'm not sure how I would label them up with item frames so that I understand what's going on, because they're just like coloured bottles really. So yeah, that's how we're doing it. Yeah, so when we've got things sorted as to, you know, all the dispensers loaded up, we'll put signs up there telling us what each button does. That will be perfect. Fantastic. So really we need to build a path over this way and join it up round to the front of the tower, and probably a path down here as well. And speaking of down here, I check a time again. So I decided I was not using the wheat because I was producing, because I'm not making bread out of it. I'm just using it to breed animals. Need a hoe. So I've convert. This third level was wheat, so I've moved the potatoes down here, and I've moved the carrots down onto the fourth level, and I decided what I really needed was nether wart. And I'm going to need a lot in order to get all those dispensers filled up. Probably more. When they're all filled, I'll probably never empty them, to be honest. I don't use... Maybe I'll end up using potions a lot more. But yeah, so we've top level is now a nether wart farm. That works, as you can see, just fine. It's not fully grown, so we won't harvest it. So that's good. And I have decided I have a little project. I didn't leave him here. Tell you what. I'll leave those cooking. I've got this little hole here, and I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some sort of, probably just like a 2-cart storage minecart system, where one will sit at this end of the line and the other at the other end, and you can press a button and they'll swap over. And the reason for that is I've got all that nether wart up there and other stuff, and it would be nice just to load, oh joy, just to, when I harvest it, to load a minecart up until it's full and then send it off down the track, which comes down here, and it goes off that way for ages because I overshot. But in this direction it comes up here. That looks dark. Probably not dark, but it looks dark. And into the potion lab workings, and oh, so yes, I need some more powered rails for that. I've got some track together, so at some point we're going to hook those up together with minecarts, and it seems like quite a good idea to me. It seems like it would be a good idea to have the areas where things are going to be used or stored, and the areas from which you're going to get the things you're going to use or store in those areas, tied together with storage minecarts tracks, basically. So, for example, the sand quarry over there, or probably not that sand quarry because I'm very close to totally exhausting that. I might have to start a new sand quarry. But yes, connecting it with a storage minecart system seems like an excellent idea. So that's a project. Lots of projects. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've done. Normally, yeah, I would have had a bigger project to go through with you guys. Not sure about this bridge. Doesn't really tie in with this. Not sure how to mix the two materials. And maybe just cut a doorway in here and have the staircase on the inside. That's an idea, in fact. And that way we can just have a straight path in there. I mean, we've got this area which is just... that's the level select for the quick drop. And this is our mode switch for the mob farm, but nothing much else going on in here. But yeah, I could do that. I could make the stairs go up inside. That's probably quite a good idea. I might get on that. Yes, but as I was saying, I'd normally have more of a project to go through in an episode. But yeah, the last one has kind of worn me out for the moment. I need to have a think about what I'm going to do. I think next episode we may end up killing another wither just for the fun of it. I've got enough skulls, as the observant among you would have seen when I looked in my ender chest. Not really sure why we will do it, because I have not got enough blocks to make a new pyramid. But I have decided... I had this idea that I was going to set 4 pyramids out to aid with the mining. And I've decided that's kind of silly, because once I've done an area, there's no longer a reason for a beacon to be there. So what I've decided is I would like to put a beacon suspended in the air in the middle of the basin. I think that would be pretty cool. We'll have to see how it works out, that it doesn't come too close to the edges. But that should cover a full-size beacon pyramid thing, should cover the entire base, like the main thing from the library to the farm. Should cover all of that and give us whatever power we decide to put into it. We might even do a multi beacon pyramid and try and get all the 4 or maybe 5 of the powers set up on that. So pretty certain I don't have enough metal blocks to do that, but maybe we'll kill the wither next episode just for the hell of it, just for a laugh. Oh, and before I go, one last thing. Ever since I moved into 1.4.3, the grass has started growing under the water here. Now, I had that problem once before, because I think it looks a bit weird. I had that problem once before when I was using Optifine. I had the clear water, setting switched on. But it does seem that, yeah, something's changed in the game code there. I wonder if that's messing up day-night sensors. Certainly it's night now, but it is very bright out here. I wonder, out in the bay. See, it's not nearly as bright out here. And down to 2 levels, 3 levels even, we have grass. I don't know if this is dying or not, so day-night sensors may be a bit broken. 3 levels there. Just a little thing there. So anyway, yeah, that's all I've got time to talk about. Tell me what you think of this. I think that's actually starting to look quite nice. I certainly like these hedges here. That might be better. Maybe not. But yeah, thanks for watching as always. Hope to see you next time when I will get a big project on again, hopefully. I may even build an iron golem farm because I think we need one in order to get these pyramids built. But until that time, I will sign off by saying, take care of yourselves, guys.